Hello, this is to explain the problems with the infotainment system in our Cupra Born. When I've reported this to you at first, it was an intermittent fault, but it's now become constant, which I guess in a way makes it easier to explain to you. So what happens is, I want to use Apple CarPlay primarily. I like to listen to podcasts you can hear, and I use Google Maps. And I use the phone for work regularly, and that last bit is really important. So the one thing that's happening all the time at the moment, regardless of looking at Apple CarPlay, is that the phone doesn't work. So if I ring somebody, they can't hear me. I can hear them, and they can't hear me. So this is what I was showing you in the screen. Every 2 minutes regularly, the infotainment system will go blank. And then it will come back, and you'll see that Google Maps has reset. So that's a constant irritation every 2 minutes, particularly coming up to the junction. So that's issue 1 to show you. Issue 2, you will have noticed that the podcast has just stopped playing. So I can go in and press play again, but 2 minutes later it will stop again. So effectively, I can't listen to my podcasts. And oddly, the same thing happens with the radio, and the same thing happens to the radio even if I'm not using Apple CarPlay. So if I just use the Cupra's own home screen, have that on and the radio on, the home screen navigation stays on fine, but the radio will also stop every 2 minutes and come back, and sometimes it will come back as different volumes, so very peculiar. So I've tried everything I can possibly think of. At the moment, Bluetooth is off, and we're just using cables, just in case that was a problem. I've turned the car Wi-Fi off in case it's interfering. We've tried different cables in case there's a problem with the connection. We have made sure it's not the phone itself, of course, so my phone works very well in my wife's car. It worked perfectly well when I plugged it into the courtesy car that you kindly arranged when I came last time. So it's definitely not the phone's. My wife's phone has exactly the same problem, so every 2 minutes the screen will go blank and go through that entire rigmarole again. And as I say, this is a constant problem now, so I've been talking for nearly 3 minutes. I'm probably coming round for it to happen again. And I'm hoping that there you go, and I'll finish after this. So just to show you this sequence once more. So it's happened again, blank screen, gets its connection back, Apple Maps sets itself up. If I had tried to use the podcast, it would have stopped at this point, and throughout this, the phone doesn't work regardless of whether I have it through the Apple CarPlay or through the car's Bluetooth system. Oh, and I can see WhatsApp messages coming through on the CarPlay, but I can't reply to them. So I hope that makes some sort of sense, and maybe it's helpful that it's a constant problem now, not intermittent. Thanks for watching.